This is Justin Summers with Island Pro Wrestling, drinking a Canada Dry, and we're drinking it together at Moe's.
This is Drinkinatmos, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's all so mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinkinatmos, where we don't quit. Drinkinatmos, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, know it's a scream.
You know, I've always said here at Drinkinatmos, just because it says drinking at Moe's does not mean it has to be alcoholic. So I'm happy to say Drinking at Moe's is sponsored by Prince Nana Coffee. The exact same guy you see every week on Dynamite, on Collision. Yes, he has his own coffee, and it's freaking delicious. They don't even roast those beans until you've placed your order. And you might be telling me, hey, Big Mo, I'm more of a tea guy. They got you covered there too. Use the referral link in the description of this video. And let's get you dancing like Prince Nana with Prince Nana Coffee. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Drinking at Moe's. Big Mo here. I was wondering if that damn thing was going to say, hey, recording started. Anyways, I'm excited to have with me back from Island Pro Wrestling, getting ready for another epic event. Mr. Summers, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Mo. Thanks for having me back on as usual, buddy.
Oh yeah, no, I always for these ones, and you you got a big event coming up, including a little bit of fallout from the last event where a mutual friend of ours, August Artois, won the Island Pro Wrestling heavyweight title and gonna be defending it there May 16th, right? I'm making sure I'm remembering the dang date because for some reason I didn't put it on my fucking notes.
And it's happening right here in my hometown, Cornwall, Prince Edward Island. We're doing IPW Game On. We're into Game On again, and this is the Island Rumble. So this is the first time that we're doing a Rumble, and it's also the largest Rumble to ever come to Prince Edward Island. So pretty excited.
Nice. I made it known that the Rumble events for whatever promotion out there that I'm able to watch, always my favorite events of their calendar year, because I don't know, especially when you get ones that's like the largest ever for
so my question for you is, do you like watching the Rumble for the surprises, or do you like watching the Rumble for the anticipation of seeing a certain person that you're looking to see? What makes you interested in watching the Rumble?
Kind of a little bit of both of what you just said. Kind of because especially on the independents, especially with we're coming off the heels of, unfortunately, some releases from WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So especially in times like that, you never know who could be coming where. So you do get those elements of those surprises. You do, knowing.
It's funny you mention that too, because Eric Rowan is actually an IPW alumni.
Ooh. I would love seeing something like that pop up, because I need to find it, but I do have my Wyatt hoodie laying around here at home, so seeing him pop up there would be rather nice. But yeah,
I
like I said, when
was going to say
you have
Beard
the
Gang is on
elements of
point.
surprise. Yes, yep, very much similar there. Well, he's probably got me on Beard. Oh, well, no, yeah, he's probably got me on the length, but I mean,
On the length for sure. That
anyways,
thing is a monster in its own right.
so yeah, like I mean, mine isn't small. My beard isn't small by any means, but I mean, Roan, he got me beat. I I got to give that one to him. But like I was saying, when it comes to the independence, when you got your loyal fan bases in whatever area, and the people that are already on the roster, yeah, I do enjoy that. You have your favorites, so you're anticipating when that one's going to be coming through the curtain, and then I don't know. Sometimes you have entertainment aspects all throughout the match, whether it's going to be, who's going to last the longest in there, or who's going to, like, oh God, I think Santino and Bushwhacker Luke were two instances that I can remember of going in and then right back out. Like before they barely even get in the damn ring.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
I always got a kick out of that spot where Drew Carey got in the ring as well, and then he instantly knew it was a bad decision.
Just climbing back over, or oh God, the classic stuff from like Kofi Kingston when he would be like, it's both feet touching the floor. They don't say anything about hands or whatever, and finding different ways to save himself from being eliminated. It's just, there's all sorts of aspects that I just get a kick at when it comes to Rumble matches. But yeah, like I said, it's a little bit of all.
Excited.
Oh yeah, no, I can understand that. I'm excited for it. Including matches outside of the Rumble. We mentioned August Artois defending the Island Pro Wrestling title for the first time.
Yeah, so after our last event at IPW Takeover, August Artois and Giant Orion had a burner of a match. I don't know if you've seen that video yet of the match or not. I highly recommend going to check that out. Those guys literally tore the ring apart. And I mean that in the fullest sense of the words. They tore the ring apart. And, August ended up taking a few crazy bumps onto the plywood of the ring. There was spots where there were mass using the posts as weapons. August had taken off the top turnbuckle of the ropes and ended up using that to choke out Giant Orion. It was literally a barn burner. And I remember being like, "Oh, this is the last time I asked them to help tear down the ring after an event." So there was just pieces of ring everywhere. So yeah, kudos to the ring crew for collecting all the pieces that were scattered throughout the audience that night. So
all the shrapnel.
Yeah, August will be defending his title, his heavyweight title for the first time here at IPW Game On. So he'll be taking on the Ghost Ricky Mortis, and that's sure to be a good one.
Ooh, yeah, Ghost Ricky Mortis. One of my favorite Island Pro Wrestling that I've been lucky enough to have on one occasion. So, I mean, I don't want to piss off August, but if I were to manage to have the Ghost back on after he wins the big one, I wouldn't be upset with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you either. Ricky's really been putting in the work, not even just at our promotion, all over the maritime wrestling scene. He's out and he's hungry, and I mean that's why we said let's put him in there right away for that contention. He's coming off a big run over the last season, kind of being linked up with dudes doing things in shadow agency, going back and forth. And he finally got his big win over Logan Green in that lumberjack match. So it makes sense. Get him in there. He's hungry, and August wants to fight hungry people.
No, yeah. No, I get that sense from August because I mean he's not one to want to. He doesn't want to take the easy route when it comes to he doesn't want slouches in there against him. He wants the cream of the crop.
Yeah, he definitely
Not to
wants to
say,
be working professional wrestlers for sure. Like
yeah.
August has already proven already that he is very much a working champion. I mean, I think it was less than 24 hours after he won the belt, he was already down grocery shopping with that thing hanging off his waist in the grocery store, talking to people, and like, yeah,
That's
he's
awesome.
definitely a polarizing figure.
He definitely can be, but when he definitely puts in the work all the time. Like if you're booking him for a show, you don't got to worry about him promoting the damn
Mhm.
show. That
Yeah.
is for damn sure. Now,
That's that real and raw part where he just doesn't stop talking.
yeah, and I also get the sense from him that Lord knows I don't hold back on the language on this show, but I mean this in a good way. That he comes off like he just doesn't give a shit what people think about him. Like he's gonna just the way he sees it, that's the way he's putting it out there. And you know what? I can respect that. I can respect that.
Yeah, I think the best way I've been able to figure out how to say that is polarizing figure.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep. That would be because you're either one way or the other on it. You're either respecting the bluntness or you want
Yeah.
to see him get his ass kicked.
Or both.
Or
Or both.
both. Or both.
Or
Yep.
both.
Or both. Yep. No, that is true. Now, before we get into the Rumble itself, because I do like talking about Rumble matches, you do
Mhm.
got a couple of debuts coming up
Yes, we
at
do.
the Island Rumble. We'll what, I'd love to have them both on. I know we were working on the one, but
Yeah.
family comes first, which
Yeah.
hey, I got a 16-month-old, so any of the milestones, especially birthdays, that's like a no-go on recording for me, so I can respect that.
Hashtag
But
dad gang, man.
yes. But we're talking about, well, for this one, Sage Scott.
Sage Scott, Mr. A1 since day one, the Trillmonger himself. I'm excited to see Sage up here in a IPW ring. Um, I've been keeping an eye on him for quite some time. I've been watching, checking out his matches, seen his promos that he was dropping. I did my homework on the guy too. Like he worked a whole circuit with Jake St. Patrick there in AEW Dark. Man, like the dude's wrestled Penta. Like, how cool is that? I would love to
Yeah.
meet Penta,
I'm,
let
I'm a
alone
big,
get
big
in there and
Penta
be
guy.
like, pin me, bro. Yeah, like so, I'm excited to have Sage up here. We've had a lot of great conversations over the last little bit. We've had a few opportunities to link up together on a few other podcasts as well, and kind of just chat, get to know each other. But I'll say it here right now: that guy's hungry. He wants to come here and prove a damn point. He hasn't been to Canada before, so this is going to be his Canadian debut. So you can pretty well guarantee he's not taking it lightly.
Oh
And
yeah.
he pretty much said in his promo the other day, he's got three things on his list to do: come up here and kick somebody's ass, become the number one contender for August's title, and go home to his family and make sure everybody remembers his name. So there's passion and grit in wrestling, and this guy exudes it everywhere.
Oh man, and that right there just I made it known I gravitate towards those intense personas, and when I hear you talking about him like that, I'm like, that is my dude right there.
Yeah, 100%. We have him in a VIP match with Spike Estey at Island Rumble here at Game On. That's that's gonna be a banger of a match. Spike Estey was coming off that brutal dog collar match with Matt Chevron. He was listed in the Fatal Four Way for the number one contendership for the PEI title. He didn't get that one, but he's just been proving himself over and over all across the maritime scene here in Canada. And who better to put Sage up against than somebody who's just as hungry as Sage is? So I'm excited to see how
Oh,
that's
yeah.
going to turn out.
Oh, for sure. And the thing that I've grown to really love about Island Pro Wrestling is, you know, the VIP match. So those aren't like the like we've made it known before, not the stereotypical
Yeah,
pre-show, like not filmed for the actual show,
yeah,
pre-show matches. These are like any one of the matches that I've ever seen since I started doing any of these with you. The thing I've loved is any of those matches could be right on the regular card with everybody, and just great
yeah.
stuff.
And I've said it time and time again, that's something that I wanted to flip the script on. A lot of other promotions use that VIP or Mega Pass or whatever they want to label the pre-show as an opportunity for like younger wrestlers to get some ring time and stuff like that, which I totally agree with. But at the
Oh
same
yeah.
time,
Oh,
I'm the first person to say that that's a VIP, very important person. That person deserves to be getting their value added to their ticket. It's great to go in and support young wrestlers who are wanting to get in ring time, but if people are going to be the highest paying ticket buyers, I'm going to make sure they're getting the highest caliber wrestling along. Like, and you said it. A lot of the VIP matches could just be there on the upper main card as well. Could be main events as well. We want to make that a staple that people are coming. They're going to enjoy the whole entire show, and they can guarantee that Island Pro Wrestling is setting up a match card that is just heavy hitter after heavy hitter after heavy hitter.
for sure. Now, not only that, Sage Scott debut, which I mean, debut for Island Pro Wrestling and his debut in Canada, you also got,
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about that you got some great women's wrestling on your shows as well. You got somebody
Yep.
coming in making her debut for Island Pro Wrestling on this card, Brenda Pipes.
Yes. So Brenda Pipes is having her debut here with Island Pro Wrestling, as you mentioned. But Brenda Pipes comes from a very high skilled background in Mexico, where she was the national kickboxing champion in Mexico. She's had multiple matches around the world, down in Mexico recently. She's performed in the Maritimes here as well. Like, we're very excited to have her come in here. She's stepping into the ring with the Heartbreaker Ronnie Payne. She's got her hands full on her island debut, but the Latina Queen is here to make her mark known. And I think if anybody's seen her promo that she cut there a couple days ago, you can thank her for coming.
Oh man, when you mentioned some of her accolades, with kickboxing and everything. I've been lucky enough to have come through the show that have very well mixed in their martial arts training into their in ring what they do, and everything that you're telling me there sounds like she's doing every bit of that.
Yeah, 100%. She's been putting in the work. She trains over at Superstars of Wrestling in northern New Brunswick, there in Frederick or St. John area. Sorry, and I mean her husband is none other than the Muscle Beast, Wesley Pipes. So it's not
What?
it's not just a yeah.
I was gonna say, not to interrupt you there, but when I first saw him, like, that's going to be one thing I'm going to need to ask, because I don't want to just assume, but it got me thinking, is she? And then, hey, you just confirmed it right there.
Yeah, 100%. That Pipes family is definitely a wrestling family.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Now, okay, we all know with the Rumble, and from WWE and any event that runs Rumble style shows, that it's a mix of you have the Rumble match, and then your other matches. We talked about these debuts. We talked about August defending his title. Do we have much else to look forward to before we go into the Rumble match itself?
I mean,
because I do want to talk about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, once again, the Port City's finest, Kayden, will be hosting a segment of My Time. I'm sure by the time that this episode comes out, it will be announced that Stormie Hale is going to be the guest on My Time. She's got a little bit of explaining to do after taking some cheap shots at Katie Lynn there, Rugged Rick Owens' main squeeze at the last event.
Oh boy, yeah, no, gonna have some explaining to do. And knowing, Rugged, yeah, he's not gonna tolerate any of that.
And like the My Time segment has been something that was a very pleasantly terrible idea. Everybody hates it, but Kayden likes it. So it's great for Kayden because he's getting his time and he gets to boast and brag and preach whatever he wants on his time. But I'll tell you, at the last event, the crowd was just ready to give him one right in the mouth, like, shut up, buddy, and let's get on to wrestling here.
Oh, God. It just got me thinking back to, oh, God. I forget. I think it might have been Raw, the Raw after Mania. That just reminded me of the reaction that Logan Paul got.
100%.
They wouldn't let him talk. And I know my friends that watch wrestling, I don't fucking like Logan Paul. The phony ass little shit that I've people have asked if I've tried his thing, his drink Prime. I'm like, no, he's not getting any of my money. Only money of mine that he would even get is whatever they would give people if I ever got to attend a WWE show again that he happened to be on.
Yeah, that he was performing on.
From the show.
I wouldn't say that Kayden has built up that type of heat like Logan Paul has, but damn, it's building, man. That guy is a heat magnet. It's just people love to hate him. They love to hate him.
And from the bits that I've seen, and I've had him on the podcast. Yeah, I can see
that's
that.
Right.
I can see that. Oh man, yeah,
So
I
even
can't wait
back
to see.
whenever you had Kayden on the podcast, he hadn't started the My Time segment at that point.
Yeah, it wasn't at that point.
There's been
Yeah,
a major change in the way he presents himself to the crowd now. He's very selfish and does not care what anybody thinks at all because they just got to respect it because it's his time.
yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to see where that goes. Now, going into the Rumble itself,
Yes.
the largest Rumble coming to Prince Edward
Yeah,
Island.
it's the largest one that's ever come to Prince Edward Islands.
Now, that just got me thinking of all sorts of possibilities here. Like, who are we gonna have going through? I know you don't with surprises. You don't want to give away like really any of them. You want to have it be an actual surprise.
Yeah.
But what do we have in store for the largest Rumble that we can talk about? Because, like you said, surprises. You want to make them be surprises.
Well, I mean, ultimately, I would imagine since August and Ricky Mortis are having their match earlier in the night before the Rumble, the loser may partake in the Rumble to
Okay.
try and get a challenge back for that title. So, I mean, that's always open to see if it could happen or not. We're going to see a lot of tried and true faces with IPW. We got people like the Mauler James Manning, who's put his name into the hat. He's also Beard Gang. That thing is like a monster on its own. We have people like Spike Estey, who's going to be pushing to go through there as well. We're going to see people like Demonic and Famine and some other characters that we've kind of seen throughout some of our previous shows. But I would say over half of our Rumble is faces and people that have not been seen at Island Pro Wrestling yet. So
Ooh.
this is really cool. We're doing 25-man Rumble too, by the way. So like there's a lot of moving parts there. This is the first time that I've ever participated in building a Rumble schedule, which I always thought was way easier than it actually is. Because like, yeah, I mean, you fantasy booked yourself, so you know all about like who goes in which orders and like all this sort of
Yeah.
stuff. But at the end of the day, it's we want to have the biggest, we want to have the best. I think we've picked the biggest and we've picked the best competitors to be in this Rumble. And tune in. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. We're doing it here
Oh
in my
yeah.
hometown too, which kind of like adds a little bit of extra flavor and excitement on my end. Like
Oh yeah.
not saying that Charlottetown's very far away from where I am either. It's only 15 minutes down the road, but we're doing it right here in my hometown. So like I'm a little excited to showcase our product to my community.
Oh yeah. No, I can imagine every bit of that if I ever do have something with the podcast be a part of a show emanating from my hometown. There haven't been too
Mm-hmm.
many wrestling shows that have gone through there. There've been a few, but they've definitely been kind of spaced a few years apart. It
Yeah.
Pro wrestling doesn't really come to my hometown all that often. So,
Yeah,
oh
and
god,
as
if
a
I ever
newer
got to that,
promoter
that would be fun.
myself too, yeah, like as a newer promoter myself too, in the last year and a half or so, like I've realized that there's particular spots that can take multiple shows throughout the year, and then there's some towns that they get the annual wrestling show or biannual wrestling show, and I mean to each their own. Sometimes there's a draw for it, sometimes there's a demand for it, but there's some towns even around our area that I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, if we did a show over there, they haven't had a show in the last 3 years. Of course, everybody's going to turn out for it and they're going to want to see the excitement.
Oh yeah, and I know for myself, there's two. big festivals every year. Couple like we mentioned biannual. It would be kind of a biannual thing. Like I can see trying to get it to happen during one of those. I mean, it has happened, so we shall
Yeah, that'd be
see.
cool.
Oh yeah, no, I'm hoping because I've I know the podcast ain't gonna be around forever. I mean, I ain't gonna be around forever, but
Yeah, that's a
we've
curse that we're all cursed with, is knowing that we are not around forever.
yeah, and we're coming off the heels of Mania. We've had a retirement right there, Brock Lesnar. So like it got me thinking, about whenever the podcast is, gonna wrap up, thinking of, stuff that I'd like to have happen before.
Yeah,
Stuff I'd
totally.
love to have happen before. Having the podcast, be involved in something with a show, even just the one show, just a one-off thing
Yeah,
that
like
would be
at
like
our last one
what
at
like
Takeover, we had at IPW Takeover in Moncton, we had actually teamed up with the unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast, and it's a group of four
I've
guys
heard about
that
those guys. Yeah.
yeah, and they have a weekly show where they review all the wrestling shows that happen around the Maritimes. So we had actually linked up with those guys and had Corey Vitor and Mark the Mark come on and be special guest announcers at the wrestling event. They were doing commentaries. So like don't think it's not possible, man. Like there's promotions out there that you could even do that kind of stuff with remotely as well. A lot of
Oh,
promotions will record their shows and then do a commentary over top of it as
oh
like a
yeah.
post production.
Oh yeah. No, I know a few people that they do that very thing for a
Yeah.
lot of places. So yeah, I'm open to it. I've even had we talked about fantasy booking. I have like all sorts of ideas for like one-off storylines going through my head all the dang
Oh
time.
man, and the amount of wrestlers and talent that you speak to alone, like I could only imagine the fantasy bookings that are going through your head.
Oh my god! Some of my the amount of guests that I've had on and thinking of, ooh, this person would go good with
Yeah,
this person, or ooh, this would be a great tag team, or oh man, the promo battles with these two.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Oh yeah. But leads me thinking. I know we've talked about some. We talked about the Island Rumble, and we've off camera have talked a little bit about some other stuff coming through in 2026. I know we've concentrated on the Rumble, but what can fans of Island Pro Wrestling look forward to with the beyond the Island Rumble?
Oh, geez, man, you're putting me on the spot to pull the curtain back here, but I'm not. I'm
I
not.
mean, we don't got to give anything that you
Yeah,
want to keep a surprise. I'm not gonna pull you on
you heard
that, but
it first. Brock Lesnar has left the WWE and he's coming to Island Pro Wrestling.
I mean, he does own a ranch up in Canada.
Yeah, he's up in Canada, so I mean we got a few gems coming down the line here. I'm really looking forward to IPW Game Over. That happens July 4th in Summerside. That's kind of like our WrestleMania, I guess you could call it, but everything happens at Game On for the payoff at Game Over. So um, that's where you'll see the Rumble winner have their chance to compete for that heavyweight title. We did the Fatal Four Way at Takeover to Mr. Port City's finest, Kayden himself. Respect his time, won that, and he is going to have his chance at Game Over at the Prince Edward Island titles. So I'm really looking forward to that event. That's one that we're really trying to build up as a yearly classic, I guess you could call it. Um, and then even after that, it's like I've already started booking into 2027. So like I have
Nice.
a very rough uh schedule of events for the remainder of the year. And if everything stays according to plan, cards subject to change, but
Yeah.
if everything stays according to plan, like we're looking at an awesome season 2 for Island Pro Wrestling. Like we got through season 1, and I was like, we survived! Yay! We were able to like, hold it together. But after surviving and knowing that what we know now, man, we're going to be building an awesome season 3. Like season 2 is not even halfway done, and I'm already thinking into season 3 about how awesome it's going to be. Just storyline arcs and like the people who want to participate in our events. Like I can't stress enough. Like it's a daily occurrence now that people are messaging, being like, "How can I be involved in IPW?" Whether that's commentators or talent or referees or anything, we're slowly putting our mark onto the wrestling book, and people are noticing, and our online community is growing. We're meeting people like yourself who are like-minded wrestling fans that want to see a quality product with good storylines, and that's what we're doing. We're doing our best to make sure everybody gets that.
Oh yeah, you do great with it. And before we wrap up, you mentioned Game Over, and I remember the last one, and this is one of many things that I love about the Island Pro Wrestling product. You guys, you go out all out from like the event posters and the match graphics all the way through. We've talked about it a few times. Pyro at an indie show and all the
Yep.
production value that goes into the show itself. When I'm talking about Game Over, I remember, like I said, the last one, when it came to the event posters and the match graphics, getting that fighting game feel, like the
Yeah,
main
with
menu on the
the
fighting.
character select screen.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh man, I haven't seen anything for it this year, but I imagine a different version of that this year. And I'm like,
So
oh man, I
so
can't wait to
funny
start seeing it
funny
happen.
story actually. Whenever I was like in season 1, we survived. There's a lot of things we learned in season 1. Whenever we did that character select screen, there's a reason people don't do that, and that's because cards subject to change. There was a lot of
That
moving parts at that last one, and we ended up having to update that graphic. I think it was 4 or 5 times to change one picture. And you got to remember, it was a match graphic of two people fighting, but all the characters were the same across the bottom. So whenever we had one change on one, it had to change on all of them.
I got an idea around that.
Yeah.
And I mean, take it or
I'm
leave it.
all ears.
But you know how once you actually select your fighter and
Mm-hmm.
it goes like enlarged of the both of them with the background and all that.
Yep.
You basically do your version of that. Like they've already
Yes.
selected their fighter.
Yes, exactly. And the rest of the fighters are kind of like grayed out or removed from the focal point of the graphic. I get it.
Yeah, that or like small version like the crowd watching or something. That way it's not like I can imagine, cards subject to change, having to switch out the people when it's like
Yeah.
the individual thing itself.
Shout out to Joseph Tardif, the guy who designed that poster and updated that poster like 40 times for me. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry, but I have a reiteration. And he's just like, go ahead.
yeah. I can imagine after a handful of times, it's like, oh God, what now? But hey,
Yeah.
that's what comes with
Like, we came to him with the idea of using the character select screen, and he was like so excited to do it. He's like, "That's a great idea, man. We should totally do that." And then like a week and a half later, he was like, "Why did I ever agree to do this?" Yeah, kudos to
Oh,
him. Thank you, Joe.
no, yes. Thank you. He did a great damn job.
He
Now,
did. He did
now,
awesome.
oh yeah. Now that is about all I got. But before we go, this will be airing the Wednesday before the big show. Where can
Yep.
people find Island Pro Wrestling social media? And I know you got the Patreon. Where can they find all of that so they can keep their eyes on all the great stuff Island Pro Wrestling has to offer this year?
Well, for our VIP matches at Island Pro Wrestling, subscribe to our Patreon. It's $5. You, I don't know if you can buy a wrestling ticket anywhere for $5 nowadays, but sign up to the VIP Patreon account there. You'll see all the VIP matches, not just for this upcoming event, but all the previous ones as well. There's some exclusive content that gets posted there prior to the rest of the world as well. But you can follow us on all the social media platforms. It's all the same at Island Pro Wrestling. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and at the event itself, we will be streaming the main card on our YouTube channel. So for people like yourself, Mo, or friends who are not able to make it, tune into there. We don't want anybody missing beat along the way. So that's kind of that's something that I like to provide to our online community. I know that there's people that want to see the product. I know there's people that want to see the talent, but they just don't have the ability to be there live in person. They shouldn't have
All
to
right.
miss on everything just because they're not able to come. So that's why we really say sign up to that Patreon account, show us some love and support there by signing up, and help build this thing even bigger to reach more masses.
Oh, most definitely. That's one thing I'm loving to do my little part in helping. Well, like I said, that is about all I got. Want to thank you again for hopping on here, talk the great show. I look forward to having you again. I know we got a few lined up.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah. All right. Now my issue with this fucking button again. I already got a damn
Beep, beep, beep.